Old man Woody likes the crooked cock.
Want to fuck.
Oh yeah,
That is true. That's
Well,
why I'm
it's
still single
awesome.
after all this pizza. What was the topic you had an hour ago that you wanted
Me?
to get?
So Henry Cejudo is the 135 and 145 pound UFC champion of the world. He's also an Olympic gold medalist wrestler. So he calls himself Triple C. He's a champion in wrestling, champion in 135, and champion at 145. Well, there just happens to be a lady named Amanda Nunes who is the female champion at 135 and 45. And he's calling her out. You guys, can we hit play together?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Ready, set, play.
So I'm out here enjoying my beautiful Sunday here in beautiful Las Vegas, but my phone just keeps blowing up. That somebody by the name of Valentina the Bullet Shevchenko is the most dominant champion in the world.
My mistake.
And guess what? I get a little jelly because you know what? She has gold, and I want that gold. Valentina Shevchenko, I have a message for you. I'm looking to become the first intergender world champion the world has ever seen. I'm calling you out. You could be the next to bend the knee to Triple C. So I'm out here.
Yo, I hope so badly he gets fucking juiced by all by the Russians, and she just beats the living shit out of him.
I messed up who he was fighting, but
Welcome in the ring.
Yes, Valentina.
Hello, my friends. It is FPS Kwebbelkop here.
That's pretty good. Yeah, yeah, that's pretty funny. Like, if they should have a real fight where he like is handicapped in some way.
Ooh, one arm?
Only one arm. He can only use his right. His gets to choose the arm, but he only gets one. The other one's like zip tied to his shorts or something like that, so that he can't get it. I don't know. I don't even watch it.
I mean, I'd be like super down to watch that.
I'd watch it, and I'd guarantee I'd pull for her any day of the week. I
pull
love
for
that
her
he
a
was
couple
his
days a week.
idea of going one further beyond his 3 championships was like, all right, and now I attack the lightweight women.
I'm gonna be the intergender champion.
Yeah, he wasn't like, maybe I go into a different sport. He's like, I gotta fuck up the women's side too now. He seems like
Henry
the kind of guy
Cejudo
like,
entering the ring, who announced this morning for the next 38 hours he will identify as female, making this legal.
It looks like he's been taking estrogen pills for the last 6 weeks. You can see that
He
maybe
has
this may have
started to form
I'm sorry,
a few titties.
not 6 hours. 6 hours. he
6
popped
hours.
those.
He has removed his testicles for this fight.
That's
Yes.
how I would come back as.
They will
If
be
I was
implanted
her,
afterward.
If I was her, I'd make a Twitter video just like me and a pair of hedge clippers saying that I'm ready when you're ready, but you've got to qualify for the female division. It'd be a blast.
He's got to respond. That's good PR, funny marketing,
She's
like a little
responded
silly
if you
thing.
go
Good.
through all of his shit. It's like
Oh.
the last 4 days are all just retweets and posts about it. So
That's cool.
Can you find a response?
what do you mean? Just literally click
Yeah,
on
it's right
click
under
on
it.
her name and then just go through all of her tweets.
Yeah,
And
my
literally all of them.
Twitter is right only, so I'm a Twitter
Yeah,
idiot.
it's just a whole bunch of shit.
I can't wait to spend more time on Panacon later.
On
on my own time, I'm gonna do this.
I know it is the best drinking game, and it's funny because a friend of mine showed me it at a bar, and I didn't believe her, and then we started going through it, and I was like, "This is the most content I've ever seen in my entire life." And the site updates every week, and it adds like almost a full page of people. So like even if you're going every week, and it takes me like 2 hours to go through a page, if you're like really guessing and reading the bios and caring about it, so like it's content forever.
Yeah, pretty much.
God, I love it. I don't even have to do anything. I just read.
All
Those are
right.
the best bits. We
So-
just read.
I want to tap into the Queb and Tucker opinion on Ninja leaving Twitch. Now, first of all,
hell
can
yeah.
you talk about this, or do you
Yeah.
feel like little Twitch handcuffed?
I can talk about it. I can talk about it.
All right.
So I actually had a mixer deal. I was one of the streamers who was in partnership with
switched, yeah.
Microsoft for a while, and it was nothing but joy. I really enjoyed it. I think they really enjoyed it too. Great partnership. And this was when it was still called Beam, and then during my 1-year partnership, it switched to Mixer.
Mhm.
And I'm good friends with one of the founders, Suit James. I think it's great. I think it's really, really good that Ninja switched over. I've seen so many numbers being thrown around.
All right,
I've seen
what
so
is
many
your
years
guess?
being thrown
Because
around.
I have a very good educated, but I'm curious about yours too.
Yeah, so I read a bunch of articles. I read some leaked numbers. Here's what I think. 60 million for 5 years.
Okay. And then we'll get into it. I've talked
Or
to
50.
people who
Yeah.
Yeah, I've talked with people who work in Facebook gaming, YouTube gaming, Twitch. I've heard through friends and whatever, like the generic offers that have come through each of those platforms. My best guess is it was a 2-year $20 million. It was between 2-year $20 million and 3-year $35 million, like somewhere in that.
So
wait,
if you
what
scale it
Queb
up,
said
that
was
makes
different.
sense.
He said
60 million 5-year.
But wait, no,
So-
actually, what he said was 60 million for 5 years, as if it was
5 years.
as if it were a $300 million contract.
No.
No. Total.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
60 million,
here's
5
my
years.
my explanation to why, right? So there's so many numbers are being thrown around, but I think we can all agree that Ninja definitely he and just so you know, this is all speculation. Not saying this.
Yeah,
is
none
fact.
of us have insider info here.
No insider info. But he, from a business perspective, he must have had gotten paid the same amount. We're talking about Ninja getting switching over to Mixer
from Twitch.
We had some guesses. I'll go real quick. 5 years, 60 million. And Tucker, you had
I said between 2 and 3 million, or 2 and 3 years, 20 to 35 million.
Yeah. So he must 100% have gotten at least the same amount as what he was making with Twitch, with his donations, with his brand deals, with his endorsements, with his sponsorships, as a minimum guarantee.
I don't think that the sponsorships came into that because never mind. I don't think that his sponsorships came into that, but I agree that everything else, like from what he was going to make in there. Yeah.
Okay. So he must have had at least that number, right? And a baseline, maybe a minimum, an average of what he's been making over the last year and a half, 2 years. And then I think it's a longer contract because he knows, and everybody knows, his relationship with Twitch is fucked right now. Because he made this switch, he's maybe suing Twitch over what happened with Twitch, showing adult stuff on his Twitch website. That bridge is burned. So he couldn't have done it for a year. He couldn't have done it for 2 years because he knows for a fact that Twitch holds grudges and they would not allow him back. So that's why I think the longer contract. And then I would say about 10 million a year.
Jesus.
I think
Ninja.
that's
or actually $1 million a month.
That's generally I'm right there with you. I agree that if it's a 5-year deal, your number's probably spot on too. My only thing is that I don't think that he made this deal that long in mind because Twitch is not the only live streaming platform. And I know he had offers from YouTube and Twitch and Facebook, and he's already one of the biggest YouTubers on the platform already. He could have he probably would have gained live viewers by switching to YouTube gaming from as an exclusive, one-in thing. But I mean, everything, I agree with you. It's a great move. I think anybody upset is just an idiot. This is the first time that
somebody else buy me out. They'll switch over.
Dude, right? This is the first time that we've had somebody in the gaming industry truly make retirement money set for life money. I mean, you see pro athletes sign these contracts out of high school all the time, but this is the first time we get a person that gets to go, this is fuck you money. It is. And he's got that security. And then
well deserved too.
Out of anyone. And then on the other side, Microsoft, he was a Halo pro first and foremost. Halo Master Chief Collection, Halo Infinity, these two games, he is going to be front and center on Xbox for everything they do with Halo. If they want to roll him into Minecraft, like he basically went to the only platform that made any sense for him in terms of like building a brand relationship and becoming the spokesperson for that brand. He was never going to be the face of YouTube. I mean, he was the face of Twitter, but there were some other people involved.
Twitch,
Mixer
you
and I meant Twitch. Yeah, sorry. But like, you know, you have Shroud, you have Dr. Disrespect, you have other people that could potentially compete for that title. Mixer and him and Halo and Microsoft go so hand in hand. It was like the perfect partnership. And that's why people were giving him shit.
Let's not forget on Microsoft's end, it was a power move. Like what is it? Ninja contributes to 1% of like Twitch's viewer base, or something like that. 1% of Twitch's yearly numbers came from Ninja. 1%. So
that's
for
huge,
Twitch, for Mixer to say, hey, we can get 1% away, take 1% away from our competition for $1 million a month, which is what we're speculating right now. That's a great deal for a company they really, really want to succeed.
Yeah, and there's a halo effect as well, right? You know, like if I'm an up and coming streamer, or maybe I'm a new streamer, I might go to Mixer where there's really only one giant. Whereas on Twitch, like, how do you get noticed? You know,
I mean, you have all this. That's like a very good point. Anybody, I was obviously doing my due diligence, reading all of these mentions about people who like casual fans. Like, what does Joe think about this? Is Joe going to switch to Mixer? And almost all the people were like, well, I'll go watch Ninja. I'm a big fan of Ninja over there. But like, everybody plays the same 3 games. It's PUBG, Fortnite, and then Minecraft. And there's nobody playing anything else. Like, if you go to Mixer right now, like the 5th highest channel has 800 viewers, right? And if you go even further down, we're talking like 100 viewers. So there's not a lot of shit there that's going to keep a large amount of like viewers coming back. They're going to go for a personality, but Ninja's the perfect one to go because not only does he have that inherent audience, but a lot of his audience, like he is the most quote unquote like normie of the streamer. Like people know about him, even if you're just a casual Fortnite, even if you're a mom, you know of Ninja. So like this kid who's on Xbox dashboard sees Ninja pop up and it's like, watch now. He'll click on that shit.
First time I ever saw
like
Ninja
a Mixer user.
was on CNBC.
Really?
Mm-hmm. That was my exposure to him.
Yeah, he's got like it makes a lot of sense to me. I think that it's exciting that he was able to do that. It's exciting that somebody was interested enough for that. One thing that's kind of weird is that I didn't see anybody really talking about it. Mixer laid off a lot of employees the month before they bought Ninja out. Like a lot of employees.
You know,
but then again, that's probably just. Oh, sorry, that's just a business decision that happens, right? It's not that like they said, you know what, we're gonna we want Ninja. Okay, how do we do it? Fire these people. Now we got him, right? It's more of like, all right. Quarterly cleanup, yearly cleanup. These guys have been underperforming. We got to put.
Even if it was the previous, it's not like they told Ninja, "Hey, we're thinking about bringing you on. Are you okay with us firing 120 people?"
I was just saying, usually you get these articles written. It's like major game studios closed down, and there's like 40 people looking for jobs. But that kind of got brushed under the rug with this whole acquisition.
So there's another thing. I wonder what it does for Fortnite, what it does for the environment. Here's what I have in my head. There was a time when all the Call of Duty live streaming pros went to the MLG, right?
Right.
And I feel like that ruined COD. At least it ruined the competitive scene over there. It ruined a lot of the streamers' careers. They were on Twitch pulling numbers. And then
Nate Shot was one of the biggest channels.
Sure. And then they went to MLG. And now no one gave a fuck about him anymore. And actually, no one gave a fuck about the entire COD competitive scene. And now it's next to dead.
No,
maybe I was looking at it through my own lens because I was a Call of Duty guy. But I feel like going to MLG killed COD competitive in a way that people don't talk about. That ruined it.
Okay, but it didn't. But nobody says that going to MLG killed Halo competitive. So here's the
way out before.
I don't know. Here's the thing. If there's been 3 specific instances where a competing live service has bought up talent: Hitbox, Azubu, and MLG. Okay. Each one of those have had several. And Azubu and Hitbox are like 4 years and 6 years old or whatever, respectively.
Just for those of us who don't, what is a Zubu and Hitbox?
Azubu TV was a competitor. They're all live streaming, like literally live streaming. I think Azubu ended up buying up the entirety of CLG. So see everybody who's streamed from CLG from League of Legends. This is like peak CL, like North American League of Legends popping off all this stuff. And then like Hitbox did the same thing, buying up organizations or like one game, just like MLG did. I know that like some people bought themselves out of these contracts, but ultimately these sites, not MLG, but Azubu and Hitbox, folded because they couldn't sustain the amount of money they needed to pay, and they weren't getting that money back in. Ninja's a unique situation here. Oh, I've seen this graph. It's a good
article.
Yeah. Ninja's a unique situation here because, first of all, Mixer's backed by Microsoft. Like this is not a company that's looking at a $50 million contract or $30 million, and they're like, well, fuck, what do we do in 2 years? And on top of that, this is a person who is literally the only person who has transcended pop culture with gaming. Ninja is somebody who's not going to lose out on audience, who's going to always have that brand recognition, at least in the next couple years. Like, there's not a lot of losses that can come here that are going to destabilize the move, right? Ninja's not going to be knocking on somebody's door next year and being like, I'm homeless. So I think the times have changed, but I agree with you that my first gut reaction was like, oh, here we go again. More people being bought off the platform. But it's no different than what Facebook did last year, or Mixer was doing to other people. I got offered a monthly contract with Facebook too. And it was for a good chunk of money, but it was like me as a smaller creator weighing my brand, being like, if I go here, it's the end of my career. So I stream out the end of the contract and then I'm done because I can't go back.
It's interesting because
that's true.
Epic Mealtime went to Facebook for a while, and he was really satisfied with it. There were a couple things that worked well.
Wait, was that was Facebook video?
Facebook video, not gaming. Very different platforms, and also their content so shareable.
So let me finish my thought. That was one of his positive things. One, I guess I'll just say it because he said it on the show, that for the first time in a long time, the YouTube check wasn't the biggest one to like the Epic Mealtime income. And he also said that on Facebook, like, man, that thing is just designed to share with friends. On Twitch, like, that's not how people get discovered.
On YouTube also, same.
Yeah.
I ended on that note. I love the wordplay.
That was the best shit I've ever heard.